Now the trip up to far North Queensland begins with a flight direct from Melbourne all the way up to Cairns, and then it gets a little bit interesting. On our adventure we got to go on the mail plane, which literally takes all the mail to all the outstations in some of the areas in far North Queensland. But it's a great flight. It flies over the Great Barrier Reef as it makes its way through the bush, and you get to see some really interesting things that you wouldn't normally. I mean, like some of the landing strips were incredible. You know, literally had cows we had to scare off the runway before we'd land, and yet that's all they need. You know, they're just great bush pilots that can do it all, and it just really just adds to the adventure and your expectations. And the Cape is just a different place that you'll just love. Down at the Archer River in far North Queensland, in the Cape as they like to call it. We're here with Cape York Wild Adventures, which is, we stay at Blue Lagoon Lodge, which is an amazing place nestled right in the middle of the bush. So this is our first day. We've come down, we've heard all the crocodile stories in the world from John, our guide. I think he's just teasing us a bit, but he assures us in the Archer River here that it's going to be full of Saratoga and Barra.
Oh, hopefully.
And yeah, so with Alec and myself, let's get out there and see if we can't get a few fish and just show you what Cape York really has to offer. This is the Archer, John. There's quite a few fish through this.
A lot of fish. A lot of fish. Renowned up in the up in the North Queensland for its huge barramundi.
Even though he didn't get it, it just gets the heart going. It's just so visual with a popper like that.
Oh, he's on.
No.
Oh, he has to be.
He's had that's a couple of goes at it. Come on.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, they're good, aren't they? Oh, come up and have a look.
Yeah. Oh.
Now the gear we're using today is at the moment we've got a Stalker Air, which is an 8 weight, because some of the fish you're going to target here can be pretty large, so that's a pretty big fly, so you need something to be able to throw it out there. We're also running like an intermediate line. There's not too much surface activity at the moment, so we'll run an intermediate line which will drag the fly down and get it down into the depths around these snags. And just a range of different flies. At the moment we're going to use sort of like a little gold bomber, so something that'll move a bit of water, because it is a little dirty at the moment, so hopefully the fish will be sitting behind these trees and will come out and ambush it and we'll hook them up. So it should be that easy.
Go out a bit, mate.
Whoa, whoa. Okay. Come up and smack that.
Close to the boat.
Yep. Oh, good. Barra. They're always good, Barra. Quite exciting, just with the jumping and the acrobatics that they put up with. They're just a great fish to get on anything, lure or fly. But fly especially, they're fantastic. Just net him now, eh?
Yeah.
Right. There you go. Just a lovely little fish, just silver, lovely brown backs. And they've just got that huge big mouth that anything gets in its path, it's going to suck right in there and go. But just a beautiful, iconic Australian fish, the barramundi. So even the small ones are good fun. It's ready. Off he goes. Beautiful. Let's find his big brother now. Just got a little bit of structure here again, like just a nice snag in the water. We've just picked up that fish just back there, so what we need to do is just work our way along and get a few casts right in on these snags, and that's where the fish are going to be, just hiding in there. So we'll just get a got to just twitch it past that. Looks like a wounded bait fish. That's the plan anyway, and the fish come out and have him for lunch. Here we go. Just drifting along the bank just with the wind there and just casting into the bank there, and you're looking for a little bit of like logs or something, a little bit of protection for the fish. And I've just hooked up to a barra here, taken what we call the black thing. I'll show you a little bit later. And it's just a great Barramundi fly. And he's quite a reasonable size. He's putting up a good account of himself. So great fish. Not jumping. Very un-Barramundi-like. Beautiful.
Good work.
A great little fish, yeah. So just plenty of power in it. Yes, they run and jump. They've got a huge big tail. You know, and even a fish of this is probably what, 50 odd, 60 centimetres or something. John, it's still just a great fish.
Yeah. Nice young fish, good condition.
Just in such good nick.
Oh, he's beautiful.
Yeah, fantastic. And that's the fly, which is called a black thing. That'll imitate like a little fish and things. It's got quite a long tail, and Barramundi love them. All right, we'll get the fly out and this one back in the water. Like going to different spots, it just pays just to troll a little bit and try different areas.
Yes, just try different things. You have to try different things, especially with Barramundi. It's like lures. You know, you've got to chop and change. If one thing doesn't work, try another. Ooh.
There you go.
Another barra.
Oh, that's a good one. Just as we're talking here, we've just got a decent fish on. That was interesting. We've tried quite a few different flies as we've been fishing today, and John suggested we go back to something a bit more natural. Ooh. Which is like more of a silver and black bomber, and that's certainly done the job here. Quite a bit of line out there, John. I think I'm in a bit of strife here. Oh, hold on. He's into the snags, mate. Yep. Oh, he's off. He's off.
Hey?
Off. So that, it was quite a decent fish, that one. He had a go. There might have been a snag under there, or the hook just could have pulled out. But pays just to try different things. Missing it.
He's got it. Yes. Last words for the day, Gav?
Last words? Tough day, but still fantastic. Just got to do it. I think what really appealed to me was the remoteness of the place, and you really got a good picture of that when you got on the plane, and you could see, as far as you can see, horizon to horizon, there was sameness of essentially just trees and scrub. So you got a real appreciation of how vast it is up there, and it's as remote as you can imagine. And just being there and experiencing it all, it was just something that I'll never forget. I think for me, like the Barramundi was the highlight was when you hook them and their jump, and like with the trout, when it's lying on the water, it's just about buggered, ready to net. With the Barramundi, you just know he's just going to arch his head and he's going to jump, and they literally walk on their tails, open that big mouth, and dying to throw the lure or the fly and stuff like that. And it's just really gets your heart racing. It's just a brilliant fish to catch, and something that's just going to stick in your mind for a long while.